You've probably heard the talk. There's been a big push to get Apple to build iPhones right here in the US. It's been a dream for many years, and now with President Trump in office, this idea is getting more serious attention. But what would a made in the USA iPhone actually cost you? Could it mean cheaper prices, or would it just drive up your bill? Back in 2011, when President Barack Obama asked the late Steve Jobs about making iPhones in the US, Jobs didn't hold back. He straight up said, "Those jobs aren't coming back." That was over a decade ago, and things have certainly changed since then, especially with President Trump now pushing for more domestic manufacturing. But Apple hasn't exactly jumped on board with this idea. Even though Trump's team insists America has the workforce and resources to build iPhones here, most analysts think the plan is either unrealistic or way too expensive. So, how much more would an iPhone made in the US cost? Well, experts are throwing out some wild guesses. According to Wamsi Mohan from Bank of America, the iPhone 16 Pro, which costs about $1,199 now, could increase by 25% just from labor costs alone. That would push the price up to $1,500. Other analysts, like Dan Ives from Wedbush, believe the price could be closer to $3,500, especially if Apple needs to spend billions to move just 10% of its production to the US. But here's the kicker. Apple currently makes over 80% of its products in China, and that comes with a pretty sweet deal for them, even with Trump's tariffs. Right now, Apple faces a massive 145% tariff on Chinese-made iPhones when they're imported into the US. So, what are the hurdles for an American-made iPhone? Well, it's not just about building factories. The US would need to find a workforce, one that's skilled enough to put together millions of iPhones. Foxconn workers in China get paid as little as $3.63 an hour, while workers in California earn a minimum of $16.50 an hour. And it's not just about wages, there's a shortage of specialized workers. Tim Cook has said in the past that the US doesn't have enough tooling engineers, the folks who set up the machines to turn Apple's designs into real products. In short, creating an iPhone entirely in the US is no easy task. Even if Apple wanted to move production here, it would take years, not to mention billions of dollars in investment. And the US simply doesn't have the same setup that Foxconn and other contractors in China do. While Apple has made some moves to bring production to the US, including a recent commitment to make some Mac Pro models in Texas, it's clear that building iPhones here is a far bigger challenge. So, is a made in the USA iPhone ever going to be a reality? Would you pay a lot more for a US-made iPhone? Let me know in the comments below.